This person started to call me and said, I need help. Are you a police? She said, I said, if I'm a police, what? She said, no, no police, no police, no police here, no freight police here. So I said, but where is this boy? So I want to say, what if this is something to put us in place? But I started to ask questions. I said, send me a location, blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you something. I want you, listen, during the course of the video, I must tell you who took her down there. Listen to how this whole thing went down, how I saved this Spanish girl. Human trafficking. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, what we did is that this is in connection with a 24-year-old who are a Spanish national, Venezuelan national, who's being held against her will. So the police are in a unmarked police vehicle, unmarked police vehicle. So we're heading down. Now this is a very serious thing. Human trafficking is a very serious thing. Eh? So this girl was taken against her will, and what happened is that they want to sell her. She has to pay a certain amount of money. She has to pay. Now we can't show the police the unmarked vehicle there. Right, so we're heading down. We just left South Park. Yeah, a couple minutes, about 4 minutes away. She's locked up in this apartment. She's a 24-year-old. And you see, as much as and I tell you something, the terrible ones in them, the terrible ones that from Trendy Agua and whoever doing the wrong in here, we'll go after them. But the good ones, you know, we have to, you know, protect them. We have to protect them while they are here on our soil. Once they're not breaking the law, well, okay, well. But at the end of the day, we don't need the mischievous ones, the wicked ones, the criminals, the lawbreakers. We don't need them. The one that they are here to create havoc. No, we don't need them. So until I just decide to drive and let the next people take the next car and follow us. So I'm 3 minutes away. I am 3 minutes away. So I spoke to Corporal Huggins and Seecharan. Sergeant Seecharan. So, you know, we heading down and we'll take it from there. And this is, you know, despite everything, the Spanish community, they know that I'm the person for justice. You know, you can't beat up somebody, you can't, I mean, whatever. It's not what you know, it's what you could prove. And so they might say, well, all the Spanish, and no, it's not what you know, it's what you could prove. And I believe I have been, you know, fair with respect to that. I've been kind with respect to that. 2 minutes away, we're going to be. So watch where we're going now. Watch the area, tilt it slightly. Simpson Brown Terrace. It's a blue building. There's more than upstairs. Come, go to the vehicle. So ladies and gentlemen, we just got the girl. Just got the girl. Alright, I just got the girl. So we're sending more police. Alright, held captive. Yeah, they have a set of them.
Hey, boy, open up!
As you can see, Officer Huggins. No cry, no cry, no cry. I'm here. I promise you, okay? I promise you I was coming. Okay? No cry, don't cry. I promise you. Okay? Relax. It's a big apartment building. It's a big apartment building. We got one, and you know, if I tell you something, yeah? I was supposed to go. In fact, I had a meeting in town, and I decided to cancel the meeting. When this girl messaged me, I tell her this girl crying, look at her, she can't catch herself. She can't catch herself. And this is what they're doing, holding the girls and them captive here, holding them captive. Who are the Trinidadian men and the Spanish people doing this? Venezuelan guys doing this. I believe we have hit a big human trafficking ring here today. And the person even said that police are involved, police are involved. The victim indicated that police are involved in this. But the men were assisted by police to bring them here. Just imagine that. And she said, I can't trust no police. And I said, I will come personally. I told her I was heading to Port of Spain in a meeting for 1:30. Let me tell you before we continue. I'm looking for Isaac. El Gato, they call him Cat. Isaac. And also there's a person named Hector. All right? And then I'm looking for this woman right now. This is the girl we're looking for. She's the person we're looking for right now. This is the person I'm looking for also. Betania Hernandez. She's the person in charge of bringing them. But you want to hear the bomb here today? Let me tell you the bomb. While we were there, they're operating a PTZ. You will see it during the show. Even though we go after 7, you will see it. You know, ladies and gentlemen, why the girl didn't want police? And do you know how long that whole massage business has been running by a Trinidadian girl next door, using the Spanish girls? And I really hope that police swing back and immigration swing back and deal with them. But let me tell you this today, why police never interfered with them. You know how many reports they got, the whole of San Fernando got about that place? About human trafficking and kidnapping in that place? And nobody could deny the information because it was run by police. Police took up the girls from Sawa police officers attached to Sawa, took up the girls and transported them and tell them prostitution, money. The person confessed to that. So I only hope the SD card that was taken from the camera, it is handed over to the commissioner. I only hope that it have no massaging going on there again, because that place has been running for years. And it is run by police officers. That is why they had their batch in San Fernando. So when every time they go there, they would lock it on. That's why they had those cameras there, high-tech cameras. So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, the Spanish girl confessed that police carried her there along with Spanish nationals and tell them to prostitute. Just imagine that. Who you can really trust, boy? And they did say police from Sawa. Yeah. And they told other police officers. So everybody who was there know what's going on already. Everybody who was there, the large crew, heard when the girl said it from Sawa police station. And imagine they were using the house next door too. Just imagine that. And that is why the girl was crying and she said, don't bring police, no police, no police. You television, you. That is sad, you know, that is very, very sad. But I wonder if tomorrow somebody going to deal with something in there. I wonder if it will continue over the weekend. I wonder what exactly is going to happen. Because I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have made one of the biggest breakthroughs in a big human trafficking ring right in Cocoyea. So I wonder if the investigation will stop, and if it might shut down for a week and it's going to be business as usual. Up to me, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you, not a bra come out in that building again. Sorry to say it like that. Persons would have been charged. I would have gone back, look back at the footage, see who come in here, go through the phone, seize the phone, get cyber unit, track back everybody's phone, see who they're dealing with, see who there's good for nothing girl dealing with. What is her name? Bethany Hernandez. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you today that persons from the Chandiagua came down here 1 month ago. And certain members, and they were paying attention to the American embassy. They were paying attention, and I did tell it. I did mention it, ladies and gentlemen. I did mention it to Chuck Holton. I did mention it to Chuck Holton, the American war correspondent. While everybody was making fun and say, why would he come and talk to Ian Alleyne? I wonder if Ian Alleyne could speak, if I could speak. You feel I am any other, let me say it.
Being here.
Just imagine that.
World War II.
When I spoke to the American war correspondent, Chuck Holton, and I told him that there are persons here from that gang, and there are persons here who hold close ties with that regime. And I could take them to the apartment and everything. We got the photographs. And look what is going on today. Right under the eyes of everybody. Right under the eyes of everybody in San Fernando. All head honchos in San Fernando. Because it was run by police. San Juan police brought them there. For prostitution. So what about if your daughter go to New York or go to London, somebody promised them a job? And it's not a matter the Spanish girls look for that. They didn't sign up for that. Maybe they left their good home and say, we're coming for work. Not everybody who walks the street, not every Spanish girl is a prostitute, you know. Not every Venezuelan national girl you see there is a prostitute. There are some people who work in stores and they collect their money and go home. And they send it back to their family religiously. Okay, but if times change and they have to go back, everybody has to go back, okay, party done, well, all right. But you can't bring people and lock them up in a room and tell them to put 100 man and pay 10,000 US to be freed. And there are people who have these girls under lock and key in Trinidad. I mashed them up in El Socorro. And I don't think that the police, they are serious about dealing with human trafficking in this country. So maybe, hence the reason some of your daughters are missing, maybe they were taken across for human trafficking too. Because if you up there, in our eyes, these girls and they might be the hottest thing out since sliced bread, but up there, them really are hot. I mean, not everybody hot. Some of them, like, they walk and come instead of taking our boat, they look tired. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, no, but you cannot do that. But I just want you to know that the reason why nothing ever happened there, because let me tell you something. This have a ripple effect on what went on there. But I really want to see how far the investigation will reach. And I will send back people there for massage. I go send people to massage. I will send them. Let's continue. And I decided, you know what? No meeting can be that important. I turned back. I'm so happy that I turned back today. I'm so happy that I turned back. And I contacted Corporal Huggins. We met at South Park. And as you can see, my information, 100%. And I tell you more selling here. Look at this door, watch. Let me show you something, watch. So you see it's a big door. It's a big door. So you see, watch. Everybody's locked up in the back here. Everybody's locked up in the back here. Let me explain something here. This is a place where you come and you get your massage right across here. Yeah, a lot of men come here because they have 7 rooms upstairs. There are some rooms upstairs, about 7 rooms. So remember, these girls and them, they are placed here and they are sold. So it's like a product, and men pay them. So you take up a Spanish girl against her will, you put her there and you make money on her. You can make her about 10,000 every month, and plus you pay her. So this is what going on here. It's a whole massage place upstairs here, you know. So if you have any place that is in your community, please let us know, because these girls have been taken against the will and placed at these massage parlors. So a lot of police, a lot of who comes here. A lot of who will come here. A lot of who will come here, because upstairs have massage beds and all kind of things, rooms and everything. So the girl that was here now, she said, but wait, they told me I'm coming to get a good job in Trinidad. I only here 2 months now, and they don't want to let me out. And we just have to work and have sex with men. And if we don't, they will kill us. Police involved to bring us here. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. It's 2 apartments. They transfer them from here straight to the Brown building upstairs. So they're looking to run. So you're passing through the white entrance here, this white thing, you'll see them upstairs too. So what they're doing, they're holding them against the will, and they're creating, like, you know, massage parlors and whatnot. So men come here, they have to pay. They say by the white entrance up there. How the Huggins and them going there? Yeah. They're taking them from here and putting them upstairs here. Yes, sir. So another young police officer here. So you check it. So there's a big bus today, just with one decision, by turning back, you know, just by realizing. I say, I wonder if this is a setup, boy. I wonder if this is a setup, but you know, I will know, because certain questions are asked. And that's why we decided to come up here. Holding the girls against the will. All over in Chaguanas doing it, Lunch Park doing it, all over. They have massage parlors, and they have these girls promising them this and that. They can't leave because they're scared. They have nobody here. And the courts have to send a signal against these men for human trafficking. You have to do it. Yeah. So remember, the girls are scared too. The girls are scared. So they're taking them from here and transferring them here. So when they work here, they have them here. They have 7 rooms here, 7 beds. So they're taking the Spanish girls, they're locking them up in here and letting them do sexual things whole day. You understand? I'm so happy that I don't believe how I feel today. Really, really happy. They don't want you see, they're scared. They have a man holding them upstairs. I want everybody to share this. I want you to share this on Ian Alleyne Network on Facebook, Ian Alleyne Network on YouTube. We go in, and you see right there, it have a Trinidadian girl now. She running the road. She running, and she have all the girls and them. And the girls say, well, they come in there after work with it. And normal girls come in there. Normal girls say, well, she has come there, and she has come to work. And do like what? She doing rudeness with man whole day, because she said the job she have already paid too good. Say like, what the jail is this? But that's by choice. That is by choice. That is by choice. But nevertheless, there are Spanish girls even in that Brown house. So I really want to see what the commissioner will do. What the commissioner will do. Go back and get all the footage from everybody. Launch a full. People had to be transferred. People had to get suspended. That is not, what we discovered here today. That is the most frightening thing coming to human trafficking. Imagine they were transported there by police. By police. That is why these girls and them will never go on a police. Because they know there are police officers who are linked to that network. So nobody can come tomorrow and say, well, the TPS went and they make a big bus and stuff. No. How it works, it starts with Trinidad and Tobago Crime Watch. It starts with Ian Alleyne Network. We met Huggins, Sergeant Seecharan, and that is where it started. But I really want to see, because go back to the SD card in the camera, because they were controlling. You can see the camera keep moving like that. no sense, that thing, you know. Maybe somebody controlling the PTC on their phone. You could do that on the app and controlling it like that. So they're seeing everything. Imagine right in that cream building, and let me tell you, that's why there's so much robberies in those areas, because men trusty man from all about Trinidad come in there. Every morning, like, yeah, man, you want to know what's going on there? If it doubles in the morning, Shane, I don't know. It might sound funny to you, but it's a serious thing. And what is frightening, ladies and gentlemen, is that the men going there, some of them, as one of the girls was saying, that they don't like to use condoms. So you just imagine that, and then them going back in the house, you know. How frightening, how frightening. How frightening, how frightening. That's a very serious thing. That's one of the biggest police scandal in recent times. That simple 2 building there, showing you how police officers running a human trafficking ring. It is shameless. It is shameless and disgusting. And I wonder, this might be pushed, everything might be pushed under the carpet. You know, you laugh at Guyana, But imagine a man bomb up a place in Guyana, and he was held. Let me tell you something, somebody will bring it to my attention today. He was held. And after that, 7 people get mashed up in a matter of days. The man bombed up the place on the 26th of October, and ladies and gentlemen, before the 3rd of November, 7 people get locked up one time. 7 of them, one time. A woman, a policewoman, a child crossing the road, we don't know the circumstances, it was an accident. The child got knocked down, the child died. Next day, ladies and gentlemen, days later, police officer charged. How many people get knocked down on the bus route and is a cover up in Trinidad and Tobago? How many people? So that's why I tell you, we're not serious about no crime. No. We fight crime. We go after people who we have a beef with. They know who to go and lock up. How can you detain people, ladies and gentlemen? We have people, we sign detention orders for people, and we have no evidence of what that these people and them, who you holding me for? So then somebody can sign a detention order for me and say, well, lock up Ian Alleyne. What madness is that? What kind of 2x4 place is this? Tell me. No, we have to be serious if we're really dealing with crime. We have to be serious. We should have had every single unit, anti-kidnapping unit, all the different units by the house today. All the different units. But nevertheless, let's see how it's going to have business as usual tomorrow. Immigration have to go down there. They have to sweep down the house and go back. Because even one of the girls downstairs, she said, nobody here. When you break the door, here what's going on. The middle door could take you straight to upstairs, where there is 7 rooms. Unbelievable, yeah? Unbelievable. Go ahead. Yeah, you have a guy holding them upstairs. They have firearms, huh? Everybody, you see? Taking every one of them down. I'm taking the whole clip down. I'm taking everybody down. And there are Trinidad men watching the zone too. Watching the zone. There are Trinidad men watching the zone. But when I start to put it together, and let me tell you something, I'll tell you how this thing works. Once you come on a scene, everybody in this community already know that I am wrong. And you know what they'll do? They'll go to the website, ianalleyne.org, and that's it. And I'll get the notification straight onto my phone. Read once and delete it. Everybody have that girl screaming. That girl, that girl, when we came here, the girl from across there, that girl was shaking. That girl couldn't control herself, you know. You can imagine your daughter going somewhere or out in the world here and being taken and say, well, you're getting a job in New York, you're getting a job in London, and when you go there, they lock you up in a room, and people just, and you become a sex slave, you know. No, all these massage parlors that doing this have to go after them, shut them down in the community. That anybody go there, we would know anybody. This is how it started. We got the information. I was heading to Port of Spain. I turned back when this girl messaged me and said, I'm being held captive. And she said, no, I tried calling her. She said, I couldn't understand. And I used my translator. And that is how this whole thing went down. Then she sent me, she said they're not supposed to use their phone. They have their phones. That they were brought in here 2 months by men and police officers here, and they were placed here promising them jobs. They were promised jobs in this and brought here. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, she realized that no job, and they have to sleep with men, and a lot of men will come here and they were being held captive. Now there are Trinidadian people upstairs in this building here. There are Trinidadian people upstairs in this building here who say I thought they're running a massage parlor, but holding the Spanish girls against the will. Holding the Spanish girls and them against the will, you know, and telling them here what's going on. Here because about 7 or 8 of them in this house also. So you see what's going on? So the Trinidadian girls and them know about it. So they're using them as sex slaves to let Dusty Man come up here and deal with, as the fella said in it, to deal with it, to deal with things here. But we're not tolerating that at all. I don't care who vexed with me, I don't care who vexed with me. I don't care who upset with me. This is indeed a great day. It's really, really a great day. Look at them. You bring girls up here. 7 rooms, you know. 7 beds. 7 rooms. And using these girls. And one of the girls just couldn't take it anymore. Just couldn't take it. I said, you know, this is not what I came to Trinidad for. This is not what I came to Trinidad for. I told my parents, I come here for work and I send money for them. That's why sometimes when you see some of these girls and them, not everybody is a sex slave, you know, or doing prostitution work, you know. Some are really intelligent, some left universities, some left good jobs up there. They have no jobs, no pay, nothing, and they came here for a better life. But you can't just have these people here. This is craziness. This is crazy. Even the person who's renting this building should be charged also. The person who's renting this building should be charged. And just imagine this. So from here, they go across there. This place in Cream, the Cream building there. 2 Trinidad nationals and the rest is Spanish. Good afternoon. You're good? What's going on? You all right?
Yeah.
All right, man. All the best. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to tell you how this thing running. Yeah? You see the cameras here? They're moving the camera. That's a PTZ. That's a PTZ. So they're shifting the cameras around. So they will know when police come in. Okay, when police come in, they know everything. But they didn't know I was coming from the north. That's what they did not know. That is what they did not know. Imagine a girl come out crying. And what they're doing, they're opening the back now. You're coming here, they're opening that back gate. And they're parking down, you're parking down to the back. And you go up the stairs, 7 rooms upstairs. And that's where the girls and them were held captive. This house and the Brown house. Who are the landlords for these buildings? And don't come at the landlord, they can't say, yeah, know what's going on. You're a landlord. If I have an apartment bill, I must know who I'm renting. And it's not 24 apartments. If I have about 3 or 4 apartments, I must know all who I'm renting. So the landlord should be charged. I wonder if the landlord might get away because he has police connections. And the landlord can never say, well, I sublet and this. You must know, because everybody around here know that this is a brothel. Everybody know that. And girls are being held here captive. Young girls, minors, are being held here captive. You know. One resident who decided not to go on camera said that every morning you see big hardback men coming out of here, young with little girls. Little girls who are under 16, under 17, little girls coming out and they're sad. They're sad because they're just like a slave. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, the cocaine, do you know that the Venezuelan nationals are the major users of cocaine in Trinidad right now? Do you know how much cocaine sells at places like this? And the meth tablet pills, do you know how much? This is where they make their money. This is where they have the girls and them snorting. And that's it. They go on a high and they have to do it. They have to have sex with you. They have to. Or else, they said they will be killed. They said that they were brought here by police and other men with guns. And they were promised jobs. So, to my person who's controlling the camera, a special good afternoon to you. When we are finished, you will turn here to our church. You'll have to turn here to our church, a place of worship. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, these things destroy. What is going on here? Let me tell you what happens with a community when there are places like this. Criminals come here. All different type of people come in here. Not only criminals. All different type of people come in here from all different walks of life. And when they come here, they watch around the community. They watch the people next door. They watch your home because they always come here. And then they can send back people to rob you. They can send back people to rob you. So the landlords with this home and this home have to be questioned. And the people that controls the PTZ, a special good afternoon to them. They control the PTZ. All the time the PTZ was facing the road on the right-hand side, you know. You realize it turned now? But don't worry. Good afternoon. Yeah. Hi, guy. What are you seeing? You all right? Where's the latest?
That's cool, man. Oh, okay, thank you.
But just as I said, everybody come in, you know. Everybody come in, and you see the girl upstairs saying that how, but that's where she running. They're trafficking. They are trafficking. This one says she have a massage parlor. I tell you, even have a sign. Watch, no sign. She have a massage parlor where you're using the Spanish girls and them. You're using the girls and them, holding them against the will. And that's the same thing. It's all connected. It's all connected from here to there. It's all connected. Up here is where the girls were held captive across here. But they're all connected, and 7 upstairs here. So they're all connected. The information was on point and the information was right. And that's why if you have information, we're going after them. We're going after them. I want to go after the men who doing this, who trafficking these girls and them, who trafficking and collecting 10,000. And you know, some of the girls and them have to pay as much as 10,000 US back to be freed. 10,000, you know, 10,000. So that's just sick. That's just sick. But who pays for sex? Like, who pays for sex? It's like, who does that? I just chatting with the sergeant there. Now you see this card here, you see this PTZ is being controlled. But let me tell you something, they already know what's going on here. And what time the gears are coming and all who they bring out, go take the memory card from take the memory card from it. And you'll know exactly what's going on in here. You'll know exactly what's going on. Because they control it on their phone, they're watching everything, so the word done spreading already. But don't give them bye-bye and hi. So ladies and gentlemen, well, other persons are being placed in vehicles. As you can see, Corporal Huggins, Sergeant Seecharan, want to tell them thanks very much. You know, I want to publicly thank you for taking my call and thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it.
Giving us the information.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Had it not been for you, and we met at South Park. And immediately said, Ian, you could come down and meet me. And that is how it all started with Sergeant Seecharan and them. So I want to tell you thanks and to the other supporting units. We want to tell them thanks, and this is how it goes. But there's more to this I have to tell you. And other officers here. The guy in the red jersey, also this guy here. You know, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very serious thing. It's one of the biggest scandals. The biggest scandal with respect to human trafficking in recent times. one of the biggest scandals, ladies and gentlemen. And they said that they were they were brought there by SAN officers from Sawa. Now I don't know which station, but it just says Sawa. That place is supposed to be cordoned off. You're supposed to send photographers. You're supposed to get the commissioner of police, supposed to get all the different agencies down there. You're supposed to get deputy commissioner, ACP, everybody down there. For something like that. You have Spanish girls as sex slaves, and that has been going on there for however long. Look right in Bucal, they have a place. Same thing, run by police, right in Bucal, run by police, and the bar downstairs or something, or upstairs or whatever, and you're going upstairs and you're doing your thing, normal. And everybody know what's going on, but everybody's scared to talk. The girls and them scared because they feel they'll be killed, they will take them for the detention center because they're scared, so they rather sell their body. It's a bigger picture, you know, it's a bigger picture, but I really would like to see if this is going to go quiet. I want everybody from different media houses go down there, take photos of those buildings. Ask the commissioner, what is he doing about that? What are you doing? Before we have all this big plan to deal with criminals, deal with the criminals among us first. When children leave Venezuela and come here, it's upon our soil. That doesn't say they don't have no rights. They have rights. It's on our soil. You can put somebody in a room and lock them up and that's normal. And just stare at them and say, okay, well, it's done. Okay, that was just a little brutal. We find Spanish girls. No, that was not finding no Spanish girls. This was a girl who was crying for help. This is a girl who was being held against her will. This is a girl who they threatened to kill, who the police threatened to kill. This is a girl who was transported by police into that place. How many other girls like her who has gone missing that we cannot find? What about if your daughter is in Venezuela? And you tell me police really serious about crime? You think we are really serious about dealing with criminals? Open up the lines to me. Let me just take 2 or 3 calls. I call a good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. You think that we are really serious about crimes? That's a very, 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 very serious thing. Show the video for me, please. Continue with the video. Stop. Do you know, take it back in frames. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know how this girl ran out screaming? Stop. Do you know how this girl ran out screaming? Screaming for help? This is the girl that messaged me. I didn't even know this girl. And she begged me, do not bring police. Don't bring no police, please. Police brought us here. Just imagine that. And you know what? They wouldn't talk about this in the press conference, you know. They wouldn't talk about this in the press conference. And I call a good evening.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just like to say good job. And you know, plenty of them will be collecting things like overtime and whatnot. The case might be on still in illegal activities when it is, you know, they have an oath to protect and serve. They are doing different. While other ministries and etc. and being cut and paid to facilitate their overtime. And look what's going on.
We tell the girl running the cars, that girl, like, she couldn't help herself. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. Open up the lines. That's a very serious thing. And you really want to know, I really hope that the SD card that was taken from the camera, they should have posted police there. Police supposed to go down there. Even the commissioner should have fined and visit that place. That's a serious thing. Where these people were transported by police. I wonder how, and you know, Guevara, I invite you to come on my show. Any day next week, I'm inviting you publicly. You said you would come on my show. I'm inviting you. Sir, hi, caller, good evening, to come on my show.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ian Alleyne. Brilliant job. Mr. Ian, I don't know if it wasn't for you with this place coming to now.
And it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen, who's better than who, but it's a serious thing. That's frightening, and it's all over Trinidad. These sex parlors are like a joke right now. It's like a joke. They have them in Bucal, they have them in Lange Park, they have them right by the police station. We have a new Morris Street. We have a new Morris Street right by the police station. We have a Morris Street. We have a whole new Morris Street. But I don't no longer have Morris Street. But we have a whole strip right by the courthouse. Girls giving up their body right here. You can get a little thing for how much? $60 or kind of thing. $100 thing. Right by the police station and nothing happening. Nothing. Drugs selling normal. Cocaine selling normal in all the bars around the police station. But it is run by police. It is run by police. Just imagine that, Governor. What are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Before you come and clamp down on these citizens, clean up your house first. This is not no way to disrespect you, sir. But this is a serious thing. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
Hi, good night, sir.
Good night.
In this little 10 by 10 place, look at what is happening. The police are there, but the police are linking with the criminals in this country.
But not all the police, but that's exactly what's going on. But that's exactly what's going on. So you know who to trust?
That is it. We don't know who to trust. When police come and stop you, you don't know if you could trust the police, if you can't.
You don't know if, exactly. You don't know when a home invasion. You don't know who to bring in your house. Because next to them, them watching what you have and watching how rich, how much gold went missing and marking you. No, we are trying to restore confidence. This is a very serious thing, and I hope that this be the start of what we saw in Cocoyea. What's the name of that street again? Scott Drive and off Simpson Brown Terrace in Cocoyea. I really, really hope that this and that brown house next door, the landlords should be arrested for that. The landlords and them should be arrested for that. Guevara should send police for the landlord. Because you are creating a building. You are giving space for that, so you are part of that crime. Outside in the world, them would have done be arrested. Outside in the world, now me have no problem, no man who take up a Spanish girl and living with the girl and die them on the business here. But when somebody is held captive, when somebody is held against the will and forced for sex and sell their body and cannot leave, and there are numerous places like this and that is run by police, and the police have information about this. Do you know they had information about this? Do you know that? You know, I found it from an anonymous source in the police service this afternoon that they had information about this. But they was coming. They would have acted on it. When? Or when the girl died? When they killed the girl? Hi, caller. Good evening. Just imagine that. If you see a neighbors, persons driving there, if you see any activities, and the girl who doing the massage and having those Spanish girls in the brown house, you see the brown house next door, keep all the eyes on them. Keep all the eyes on them. Keep all the eyes on them. This is frightening. Take out pictures, take out videos, pass and take out videos like here in Times Square. Take out videos and post it up and say, this is where the thing running. Post it up. Imagine that place is run by police, you know. Hi, caller, good evening.
Mr. Allen, good evening. You is our boss, Mr. Allen. You're doing a great job. If it wasn't for you, we would not have known what is going on in Trinidad.
Thank you.
You're doing a wonderful job, Mr. Allen. Keep it up.
And it's not a matter, you know, it's not a matter, oh, Ian Alleyne good and I good and I good. I not good. I never tell you I good, but nevertheless, I can tell you, I can stand up and tell you here. I can tell you here, me, watch me. I not running no brothel. I not selling no gun. I not holding nobody against the will. I not in no racketing. And I not in no fraud thing. I can stand up and tell you that. As somebody said today, I hear somebody want to arrest you. So I think like for what? Yeah. I thinking like for what? Somebody made a joke today. And I thinking like for what? But that's a very serious thing. That's a serious thing. You can't do somebody that. You can't do this Spanish. As much as we have problems, with the Venezuelan nationals, the handful, some of them, you can't do some of the girls that. You can't lock them up in a room and take advantage of them. And there are men who are living by that every day. That is how they make the money. They check each girl, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. That's how they're doing it. And that is where the cocaine going into these parties, and they're giving them the cocaine to use. They're snorting. That is why they can fat and run their bodies till morning, and don't get tired and go to the next day. Hi, caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Ian Alleyne. Who is guarding the guard?
Well, the shoe is guarding the guard.
Yeah, the police, the whole police organization needs reform. And we need to look from top to bottom.
Who's guarding the guard?
Who's guarding the guard? And if we don't take that approach, who is guarding the guard? We have a sad day.
How do you describe that police officers, that a girl locked up in a room and other girls locked up in a room and cannot leave and just have to sleep with men to make up $50,000 and then they will be released?
And that's terrible. I live in the San Fernando area, and I'm sure I have passed there more than once and not even aware of these activities happening right there. What is our community coming to?
By now, the police commissioner should have gone visit down there. By now, the landlord, we should have here on the 7 o'clock news, well, landlord in custody, this one in custody, that one in custody. And you want to laugh at Guyana? All they want to laugh at Guyana? Who can laugh at Guyana? Who can laugh at Guyana? You can laugh at Guyana. Do you? Nobody here can laugh at Guyana. Guyana has swift justice. Swift justice. Somebody was telling me with some cases going on years now, and because of politics, nobody here get locked up. Because of years now. What about that? We only go after people who may be a threat to them, or who politically aligned to a certain party, and with public figure we want to embarrass. That is how it works in Trinidad. That is how it works. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, police will have already gotten all the information with respect to the building. So I want every reporter in Trinidad to ask the commissioner what's going on with that. I don't want to hear nobody investigating. Somebody must be renting the place. Who is the person who rented? We should already have a receipt. Have the receipt and see who renting that place. Who is the landlord? Lock up everybody. Let them all be part of the human trafficking. Lock them up for human trafficking. Lock them up for being accessory to the crime. Lock them up. And send a signal. But when we just put our handcuff and say, well, okay, we just get some Spanish girls. And that's what they're doing, you know. They're locking up these little girls on them. And then papi show them and thing. And carry them down the detention center. And that is it. I will send them back and that is it. But the problem is, ladies, it's not just sending them back. Because when we do our Spanish girls, they will come for your daughters. And they will take your daughters now and send them back to Venezuela. How many young girls have gone missing? How many young girls have gone missing that they just vanish away just like that? Pretty girls. Think about it. As much as the Venezuelan girls and them nice, sometimes the Venezuelan boys don't like them, you know. They prefer a hot Spanish, a hot East Indian girl, a pretty African girl, a little Douglas girl, somebody nice. Because they are accustomed with these girls. So think about that. So why they can't take up your school child who go in UV and put her in a boat and in 17 minutes, she across Venezuela? Talk now. Why they can't do that? And you telling me everybody's staying quiet because of this? Well, there are just some Spanish girls in our apartment. Wait till it hits home. Wait till it hits home. Wait till it hits home. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. So we're looking for Isaac, some fella called Hector. If you have infant, and this young lady here, what's her name? Betania Hernandez, where we could find her. She's one of the main agents in this. How we were able to get all this? But I really want to see if they will really push everything under the carpet. What about the landlords for those 2 buildings? Put them up, put them up. Don't cover. Why are we covering for them for? Why are we covering for the people in this building? Why are we covering for the people in the back building, that cream building? Why are we doing that? When young girls come in here and get locked up, brought there by police, the place is monitored with high-tech cameras, and that's just a normal thing. And no police are going there, you know, because they know it's the batch running it. And that is it, the batch running it. I tell you, I have no problem with no fella liking no Spanish girl, you know. I have no problem with no girl working in no bar and dancing, whatever. But you see, when you're trafficking people, when you're locking them down and you're taking their passport, when you have them under lock and key, when you see them as a business deal, like you know they sold Joseph as a slave and they sell this girl as a slave and say, here, take this girl, you can make her 20,000 on she. Let her work, and by month you can make her 20, and that is what is going on in Trinidad. And the operation is run by Trinidad men, Spanish men, and police. Right in Trinidad, under the watchful eyes of the Commissioner of Police. What is he doing about it? I really would like to see, Governor, with all due respect, what is your press release with respect to this incident? And I want the whole world to let's watch and see today. Watch and see. I would really like to see, because that is craziness. What I saw there today was a terrible thing. Can never forget that. The look on that girl's face when she saw me. And when she saw I came with the police. And we have to tell her, run to the car. It was like somebody running from her. There was nobody running her down, but she was just running. When Seecharan took and placed her in the vehicle, look at the video. Under the watchful eyes. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen. So today we thank those officers that was there. Thank you again. And they are hard-working police officers. All across Trinidad, they are hard-working officers who will agree with me. But then there are the handful rogue elements that must be rooted out from the police service. Don't take them back when they have the matters. Don't take them back. If you know they're wrong and they run their route, don't take them back. Once the court find them guilty, don't take them back. Because one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch. People rely on the police service for justice. They rely to be protected and served. Not to be held a captive. When a young girl could run in a police station, say, please help me. When she's telling you, don't bring police, because police from Sour drop us here. How many places, how many other branches that they have? And they have branches all around Trinidad. Just imagine that. Right in Bucal, right here, one is run by police. Right in Bucal. Right in Bucal. Where's the immigration? Where's immigration? Instead of harassing people with a suitcase and making them empty it. And making them empty it. Because and terrorizing the travelers. Come out there and start to go after these people and them. Let immigration get involved. Have immigration exercise. That's what the country wants to see. How serious we are about human trafficking. I am telling you today, Commissioner, with all due respect, this is one incident. We'll have no stopping and it will have no end. It won't have an end. We're going to send this clip to over 5 million people. Over 5 million people, all of the islands and out in the world now. People are going to share this video. Share this Ian Alleyne Network. Share it to all your friends. Share it like you have never shared it. If you have information, go to my website. IanAlleyne.org. No username, no password. Have a wonderful night. Good night.